Boom, what's up? Welcome back to the factory. Today we're going to be talking about nuts, all right, nuts and their nutritional value. Uh, what I think our biggest thing is with nuts and seeds as well is we view them as snacks. We don't view them for their nutritional value. So a lot of times we're seeing, like we just said, nuts and seeds, and we see them in trail mix and all these different things, but they are really good for us, all right? I'm allergic to nuts, so I don't get the benefits of the nuts, but I can get similar benefits when I eat seeds, okay? Sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, those type of things. So the first thing we want to do is change our perspective, okay? Nuts provide many calories, fats, and proteins, okay? Nuts provide many calories, fats, and proteins. Now, what I don't want us to get confused about is the fats that are in it. It's going to be more liquid fat, and that's oil. We'll talk about that in a second. It's not going to be fat like I would get from meat, or the fats that I would get from let's say if I was eating something really sugary, a dessert or something like that, a honey bun, because I used to eat honey buns all the time. The next thing is the high energy content of nuts makes them ideal for periods of exercise, okay? So a lot of people that I talk to are athletes. A lot of people that are gonna see this are athletes. And then people that are not athletes, we get low on energy. Do you see what I'm saying? Keep some nuts with you, and then you eat them periodically through the day, and that'll keep your energy at the level that it needs to be at, instead of you going through all these ups and downs with your energy. Next, the term nut, all right, it describes an edible dry seed that's enclosed in a hard shell containing very little water, all right, but it is rich in oils or starch, okay, and there's two different ways that we can describe that. The first is oleaginous, and that means it's oily, okay, and the other one is starchy, just meaning it's rich in starch. The most common nuts, that's what we're going to get into next. The most common nuts are coconut and peanut. Now, coconut and peanut are used in a lot of different products, and they also are used by themselves. So that's why they are the most widespread. I'm going to look down here, and it says they make up to 90% of all nut use. Do you see what I'm saying? Coconut and peanut. Right after those two are going to be almonds and walnuts. So you see those different types of nuts in the store, go grab some. You see what I'm saying? As long as you're not allergic. Don't want anybody taking any risk or taking any chances. If you can't eat the nuts, go get some nuts. Because they have a high fat content, a lot of people are confused about are nuts fattening, but they are not fattening, okay? Let's talk about this. It says calorie for calorie, nuts are far less fattening than meat, okay? Milk fats, so the fats that I get from milk and cheese products. And then we go refined sweets, so pastries, donuts, those type of things. We're talking about calorie for calorie. There's no way when I eat all of these nuts and seeds that I'm going to get the fat content that I would get from meat, like I just said, milk fats and refined sweets. Next thing that we're going to talk about is the nutritional value. That's what we're talking about, the point of the video is, but now we're going to get into what do nuts provide. Number one, we talked about is energy. Of all natural foods, nuts provide the most calories to the proportion of its weight, okay? So even though the nuts are small, you see what I'm saying, they pack a big punch, okay? They pack a big punch. Next one is fats. Like we said, up to half of their body, I'm saying body, up to half of their weight, their weight can be in the liquid fat, which we talked about earlier, which is oil. And then they're very rich in mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids. All right, and that's not bad for our body to take in. Next thing is protein. So a lot of people that are vegetarian and vegan, they eat a lot of nuts to replace the protein that a lot of us are getting from meat. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't have to have meat to get protein. We talk about this a lot. We do not have to have meat to get protein. Nuts and seeds are a great substitute, Next thing that we're going to talk about is the minerals. All right, so almonds are high in calcium, okay? Calcium is a mineral. Pistachios are high in iron. Also, peanuts are high in iron, all right? So any people out there that are anemic, do you see what I'm saying? Get you some nuts. You see what I'm saying? It's going to help with your energy. Then it's going to help with the mineral intake that you need for the to get the iron that you're looking to receive. Next one is vitamins, okay? It's a good source of, and we're talking about all nuts, are a good source of vitamin B1, B2, B6, and E, okay? Vitamin E. So people that have skin problems, you eat nuts and you eat seeds, and it can smooth out the dryness of your skin. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's something that helped me a lot when I started eating different seeds. It helped with my skin, because I had a period of time where I was going through some things with eczema, and once I started to change how I was eating, that's how I even got onto this journey that I'm on now. Next one, we talked about phytochemicals and antioxidants. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Nuts do have phytochemicals in them, okay? Phytochemicals, remember, are life chemicals, all right? When we eat anything that's not alive, we're not getting any life chemicals. Do you see what I'm saying? When we eat our fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, all these different things, excuse me, all these different things, we're getting phytochemicals and antioxidants, and we really need those. We really do. Like we're saying, we are a living being. We need to intake life, all right? Benefits of eating nuts are going to be the last thing that we talk about. The first benefit, just like when we're talking about the fruits and vegetables, it can be eaten raw, so we don't have to cook it. And once you start to cook anything, and let's say you start cutting it up, any type of destruction of its original form is going to start depleting the nutrients and the minerals out of it. Do you see what I'm saying? As soon as we start to cook it in hot water, or even if we're making a smoothie, just taking it out of its original form is going to make it a little bit less impactful when it gets into my body. All right. Next thing, it's a healthy alternative to meat. Okay, due to its richness in protein, it's a great alternative. So a lot of people, let's say if you just want to slowly start to substitute your meat, let's say if you eat meat twice a day, for one of your meals, substitute it with some nuts or some seeds, okay? Some nuts or some seeds, because once you just slowly start to, it's like you got to see what's good for your body. When you slowly start to accomplish things like, okay, I'm going to replace one meal with a healthy meal. Once you do it one time, it's going to be easier to do it again. The hardest time is always going to be the first time. So when you first try to implement all these different things that we talk about throughout these episodes into your diet, you need to take it slow, take your time, and encourage yourself. You see what I'm saying? I did this before, I can do it again. I'm ready to take this first step. I'm ready to take this next step. Start making it almost like a challenge, so you feel rewarded about doing what you're doing. Again, a lot of people have high cholesterol issues. Peanuts have no cholesterol, okay? And then also it can aid, again, in your cholesterol going down. Next thing, nuts protect your heart health. Protect your heart health. Now, again, we see a lot in the world, especially in the African American community, heart disease. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's because we eat so much meat. Do you see what I'm saying? The byproducts of what's getting broken down when we eat the meats are what's causing all of these illnesses in our body. So until we start to substitute what's causing the issue, we're never going to have any issues solved. So start to substitute so you can start to be healthy. I feel like God, the universe, works in force or choice. Either you choose to make a difference, or you're going to be forced to make a difference. And it's like you don't want to be in the hospital bed, life on the line, for you to say, okay, now I'm going to change my ways. Nobody wants to be forced into these things. Next thing that we're going to talk about is, like we said, there's high fat content, but these don't cause obesity. There's nobody that's going to eat nuts every single day and then be obese. It's not going to happen. But if I eat meat every single day, I'm going to be obese. It's that simple. Very well tolerated by diabetics. All right, very well tolerated because they don't have a high sugar content. All right, they do not have a high sugar content. The next one is they do not produce uric acid. Okay, uric acid is what's going to deplete our cells when we're breaking down food, and it creates uric acid. It depletes the cells. Like we were saying, that's why we need the antioxidants and phytochemicals to help the breakdown of our food. When you're eating the nuts, you're not going to have any uric acid being produced by the breakdown of the nut. You see what I'm saying? So basically, number one, I want everybody to change your perspective on nuts. Number two, realize that it's not just a snack. It's beneficial to my health, and start to slowly implement this into your diet. Okay. Yesterday we talked about fruits. Implement some fruits into your diet. Like we're saying, slowly but surely you can get to the health and the body that you desire, or you continue to make the decisions you're making and you don't progress at all. The decision is yours. Have a good day. That's it for today.